Welcome to this video tutorial for the online critique screen in IAR. This tutorial focuses on the submission of an online critique that is in response to a funding opportunity using the 5 Criterion scores versus the simplified review framework of 3-factor scoring. The online critique screen provides reviewers the capability for entering their critique as well as scores online in IAR instead of uploading a Word critique template. Accessing your list of assigned applications. To access the list of my assigned applications screen, log into ERA Commons, select Internet Assisted Review from the landing page, or go to the menu icon in the upper left corner, and from the menu, select Internet Assisted Review. This opens the List of Meetings screen. Meetings that use online critique templates are easily identified because there is a blue online critique badge under the meeting title on the List of Meetings screen. Click on the 3-dot ellipses icon in the meeting column and select View List of Applications from the menu. This opens the List of My Assigned Applications screen. In the meeting information area, you can see the status of the current phase, in this case, the submit phase. In the application number, opportunity number column, access the available actions by clicking on the 3-dot ellipses icon. The available options are Review Criteria. Selecting this option takes you to Section 5, Application Review Information of the Notice of Funding Opportunity, NOFO. Submit Critique. This opens the online critique screen. The online critique screen. One of the more powerful features of OCT is that the content from the Notice of Funding Opportunity, NOFO, drives the content you see in the interface. The left side navigation pane lists the scored review criteria, additional review criteria, and additional review considerations, and these come straight from Section 5, the Application Review Information section of the NOFO. The information is right there for you. You can navigate to any part of the online critique by clicking a heading in the navigation pane. So if you want to examine the Innovation Review Criterion, simply click on that heading, and the system will display that section of the online critique. As you enter text in the different sections of the online critique, information on the particular review criteria in the NOFO is displayed at the top for your convenience. This makes it easy for you to see the review criteria you need to guide you as you formulate the strengths and weaknesses of the application. The system displays the first 300 characters with the option to display more if you need to see that entire section of the NOFO. Text boxes have a robust editing menu that appears as soon as the cursor is placed in the text box. Text boxes default to a bulleted list and will expand automatically as you add content, making it convenient for you to see your entire response. Another time-saving feature of the module is that as you complete the strengths and weaknesses of each criterion, you can provide your criterion and overall impact scores. No longer do you have to manage strengths and weaknesses and scores separately. To provide you the maximum amount of space to work with, the side navigation pane can be collapsed by clicking the close icon in the upper right corner of the navigation pane. When you are ready, click the icon again to expand the navigation pane. Maximizing your workspace allows you the convenience of completing the critique on a desktop, laptop, or even a tablet computer. The header also provides information on the status of your critique. If you have finished some of the critique and have not yet submitted it, you will see the word draft after the name of the PI. Similarly, if the critique has been submitted, the word submitted appears after the PI's name. There is a link to the actual NOFO, so the full text of the opportunity is easily available to you. To ensure you always know what application you are working on, there are some neat features included in the interface. First, the PI name and the grant number are displayed in the Browser tab, as well as at the top of the screen. The application title and the reviewer assignment role are also listed. Clicking the grant number will take you to the grant folder, where you can find additional information about the application if needed. Note that the gray summary box at the top moves with you as you scroll down through the review criteria sections. This way, you are always aware of the application you are reviewing. The navigation buttons in the gray summary box provide you with quick and readily accessible options. The Open All button expands all the review criteria sections. Similarly, the Close All button collapses all the criteria sections. Top brings you back to the top of the window. Print prints the information displayed on the screen. Cancel will close this online critique window and bring you back to the list of applications screen. Finally, there is the Edit button. If you are partially finished with the critique and then return to complete it later, clicking Edit permits you to edit the overall impact section as well as the 3 other sections: scored review criteria, additional review criteria, and additional review considerations. Information entered is automatically saved every minute to ensure your work is not lost accidentally. Additionally, if you click out of one text box to move on to the next, the system saves your work even if it is less than a minute from the last autosave period. The time and date the information was last saved appears in the gray box. One of the strongest features of the editing menu is the ability to add special characters, such as Greek alphabet letters, and common symbols, such as the copyright symbol. Using the built-in editor ensures the desired symbol or Greek character is displayed when the final document is rendered. Using keyboard shortcuts or copy and paste functionality can result in those special characters being lost when the data is saved and the final document's rendered. Submitting the critique. When you have completed working on the critique and scores, you can click Save, leaving you on the online critique screen and making the critique a work in progress. You can click Save and Exit, which will take you back to the list of applications screen. Or you can choose Delete if you want to delete all the information in the critique for that application. Once you have completed the critique of the application and entered scores, you can click Submit. At this point, the system will run some basic validations to ensure all the provided components have been completed. If something is incomplete, you will have the option to go back and complete them or submit regardless, depending on the scenario. When you do submit the critique, you will be presented with the traditional Submit Critique and Preliminary Scores screen, showing your scores. Clicking Cancel takes you back to edit the critique, or you can confirm your scores using the Confirm button. The status of the critique will then be displayed as submitted. Resources. A variety of resources are available to you should you need assistance with the online critique template system. If you still need help, contact your scientific review officer or the ERA service desk. This concludes this video tutorial focused on the submission of an online critique that is in response to a funding opportunity, using the 5 Criterion scores versus the simplified review framework of 3-factor scoring. Thank you for watching.